Nerdio is a virtual desktop-centric IT platform that's hosted entirely in the cloud. It's complete IT infrastructure that's ridiculously easy to provision and manage, and has been production tested across hundreds of companies and thousands of users. Nerdio consists of 5 core technologies that are the fundamental components of any modern IT system. These include servers for data, applications, and Active Directory, Office 365 for productivity and collaboration, backup and disaster recovery, security, and virtual desktops to provide users with consistent access to all data and applications, regardless of end-user device. By standardizing the use of these complex core components, Nerdio has created a management layer called the Nerdio Admin Portal, or NAP. The NAP allows for fully automated provisioning and management of a perfectly tuned and tightly integrated IT environment. This automates and simplifies the process of migrating existing IT environments to the cloud. We'll come back to NAP in more detail later in the presentation. Managed service providers leverage Nerdio as a turnkey solution to create their own IT-as-a-service offering. They combine their professional services with Nerdio, resulting in a high-value, productized platform. In contrast to Nerdio in the private cloud, Nerdio for Azure, or NFA for short, runs entirely in the Microsoft Cloud. With Nerdio, SMB customers can be moved onto Azure in under 2 hours and just a few clicks of a mouse. Nerdio for Azure is designed to take advantage of the latest Microsoft technologies. It leverages Office 365 with Azure Active Directory and Active Directory Federation services, Microsoft Azure virtual machines with premium managed disks, and Azure Recovery Services for both backup and disaster recovery replication. The latest Server 2016 with its optimized RDP-10 protocol running on top of GPU-enabled virtual machines, all of which provide an impressive end-user experience. Getting back to the Nerdio Admin Portal, or NAP. It consists of a number of very powerful but easy-to-use components. A provisioning engine that creates a new IT environment within 2 hours without any involvement from an engineer. A set of onboarding and discovery tools that inventory the existing IT environment and automate the process of migrating users and data. A management layer that simplifies complex tasks in 3 clicks without advanced IT skills. The ability to automate system backups and disaster recovery. Intelligent auto-scaling of desktop compute resources based on usage. And finally, desktop performance monitoring of actual end-user experiences. Now, let's take a quick look at how all this works. We are now logged into the management portal as a partner administrator. Let's spin up an IT environment in Azure for a new customer that has signed up for Nerdio for Azure. We'll click on Add NFA Account. Type in the company name and approximate number of employees. We'll select an Azure region closest to the majority of the users. We're going to type in a username and password of an administrator to an Office 365 tenant account. We'll need to make sure there's an E3 or E5 license that's available in the tenant for this step. We'll then type in the username and password of an Azure administrator with access to a subscription. Verify the credentials, and that's it. Click Submit, and Nerdio for Azure is being provisioned in a particular geographic region. The new account is now fully provisioned. Here, you can see the set of steps that were performed and the total duration of the process. The entire environment is built in less than 2 hours, and that happened completely automatically. Now that the customer's account is provisioned, let's take a look at some of the modules available in the management portal. Here, we can see a list of the included demo users that were created as part of the provisioning process. On this screen, the IT admin can see critical user information from multiple systems, such as the Active Directory username, email address, Office 365 license, and security group membership, the size of the assigned desktop, and many other useful components pulled from various systems in Nerdio for Azure. Andy IT Admin is an existing user. We're going to upgrade Andy's desktop because he needs more memory. Click the username to edit, select New Instance, and save. That's it. Andy now has a bigger, faster desktop. Let's now add a new user, John Smith. Click on Add User, type in the first name, last name, email address, and mobile phone number. This will automatically enable two-factor authentication via text message. Next, select the type of desktop John Smith will need, either an RDS session or dedicated virtual desktop. In this case, John is a light user, so we'll assign him to an existing server. Select the user that John Smith will be similar to in order to copy all security preferences. Let's send a welcome email to John's personal email that will include the shortcut he'll need to connect to his desktop. Click Submit, and in a few minutes he'll receive an email with login information and an RDP connection file. While John's account is being created, let's log into Andy's new upgraded desktop. Click on Generate RDP File. Let's download it. Double-click and type in Andy's password. Here, we have Andy's new speedy desktop with all apps pre-installed, including Office. Now, let's look at offboarding an employee that's leaving the organization. It's really simple. You can permanently delete all user information, or you can retain files, folders, and emails by using the Archive User option. Click Archive User and enter the name of the person that'll have access to the departing employee's data. If a user's Windows profile were to get corrupted, it's easy to revert the profile back to a previous version. Click Revert Profile and select the restore point. Managing servers in Nerdio for Azure couldn't be simpler. Want to resize a server? Simply click here. Select New VM Size and click Confirm. Or to add an SSD disk, go to Add Disk. Select Size of New Disk and click Confirm. To add a server, click Add Server button. Enter the name for the new server, select OS, disk type, and virtual machine size. Click OK, and a new server will be spun up in Azure. Enabling backup for the entire environment, which includes all servers and desktops, is a one-click operation. Go to the In-Region Backup module and simply turn it on. This will automatically create the needed Azure policies and enable nightly backups of every server and desktop. This is in addition to the already enabled shadow copies on all virtual machines. In terms of logging, the Management Portal has dedicated logs that provide an audit trail of all user actions. Another unique Nerdio for Azure feature is Desktop Autoscale. This intelligent engine dynamically resizes or shuts down desktops based on expected user volume. And since compute is the largest cost component of running an IT environment in Azure, reducing the size of desktops during off hours can result in savings up to 60%. All this has shown you just a small sample of the power of Nerdio for Azure. There are many other functionalities, such as creating VPN connections, setting up on-ramp regions, managing disaster recovery replication, monitoring performance, and automatically generating a monthly active users report. As you've seen, Nerdio for Azure makes running an IT system more automated and less error-prone, and its ease of provisioning creates the perfect on-ramp for SMBs onto Azure.